Welcome back to the Comics Cube, everyone. And we are today doing a watch along of Batman 1966, the greatest Batman movie ever made, and arguably the greatest superhero movie ever made. Come at me, everyone. And if you disagree with me, you have never seen this movie. So go get your copy, boot it up with us. We are starting from when the 20th Century Fox logo fades in. So this stars Adam West and Burt Ward. Of course, I'm with Paul and Lamar, my Adam West and my Burt Ward. You get to pick which is which. I'm Commissioner Gordon.
Well, I take pills to shrink my junk, so I'll be Bitward. I don't really.
All right, so we're gonna get started. Of course, we're gonna do running commentary once again. If you are into DVD commentaries from people who not only have nothing to do with the movie, but were not even born when the movie came out, then this is for you. All right, one, two, three, play. So the thing that I really love about Batman 1966, both the movie and the TV show, is it's clearly a comedy,
Yeah.
but like this, like acknowledgement. We wish to express our gratitude to the enemies of crime and crusaders against crime throughout the world for their inspirational example. To them and to lovers of adventures, lovers of pure escapism, lovers of unadulterated entertainment, lovers of the ridiculous and the bizarre, to fun lovers everywhere, this picture is respectfully dedicated.
Oh.
Right? I mean,
Oh, there's a couple necking.
we have overlooked any sizable groups of lovers. We apologize. So, like, it's clearly a comedy, and yet everyone, Adam West in particular, plays it totally, completely straight, right? See, this is why I think this is where Batman and Robin with George Clooney fails because
Yeah,
they try doing the
absolutely.
same thing, but George Clooney is about to crack up every 5 seconds, and you can't
Yeah,
do that.
he's smirking through the whole thing, and it doesn't work.
Very notable here is that the Catwoman is played by Lee Merriweather because Julie Newmar could not make it for this particular movie. We have feelings about that, don't we?
Well, I think Lee Merriweather and Eartha Kitt, the other two, the Lee Merriweather's in this and Eartha Kitt was in season three. I think they sort of bring more quirkiness to the character, and technically, perhaps they're better. But Julie Newmar is just so damn sexy.
Which is Catwoman's defining feature.
Yes.
Wait. Are you telling me that in 1966, midway through a show, they recast and race bent one of the main characters?
I know, yeah.
It's almost like this wasn't a new thing.
Yeah, one thing about this movie, just two factoids real quick. Number one, the movie was actually done during the time of the TV show. So like a lot of people think it was like an afterthought, but it wasn't. And then also the music was done by Nelson Riddle, who most of y'all know he worked with Frank Sinatra on like all his biggest albums and stuff.
Oh, really? Oh,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
okay. This movie has the greatest opening 14 minutes of any comic book movie or superhero movie to ever exist. We get into the action right away, right? Like here they are going to change into Batman and Robin.
I have to say though, I'm a big fan of Adam West's Roger Moore style outfit he was just rocking there as he ran to the
Yeah,
battles.
yeah.
Yeah, blazer, yeah, tan trousers, yeah, he's
Hey,
cravat.
shout out to the instant costume change lever because we never see that in the show.
No,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And we always just had to wonder how he goes down in those. They go down in those outfits and then come down in their costumes.
Finally, it makes perfect sense.
Of course, absolutely. It's the only way that works.
Oh, that's a cool looking helicopter.
Look at that. That's the Batcopter. It's clearly just a helicopter.
Apparently, Adam West, he got to ride the boat and the bike in this, but he couldn't ride in the helicopter because he didn't have his license or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, so that's not him.
That's unfortunate. So here they are. They're getting into the helicopter. Um Apparently they have people manning this hangar for the Batcopter.
What are those guys doing when Batman's not using his helicopter?
And who signs their paychecks?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're milking it. They're on paid break for, like 38 hours of the week.
Oh, look at this very gratuitous scene of all of these bikini women waving to them.
The cops taking their hat off for the stuntmen there.
Oh, and the closed caption says there's no audible dialogue here.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Who was he talking to?
Fat lad. It's just a ladder. With fat ladder written on it.
Now, there's no bat on the ladder, though, is it? There you go.
See, here they are. Very clearly, it's just a ladder.
I just read. I was flicking through Adam West's autobiography before we recorded this, and apparently Adam West toned his performance down for this because he knew he
Down.
the big screen. Yeah, so this is subtle, Adam West.
This is subtle Adam West. It's only a step down from subtle William Shatner. So
And
here he
apparently,
is. Yeah.
yeah, I was just saying, apparently nobody on this boat knows that a giant black helicopter shaped like a bat is following them. Like, this has been going on for a few minutes now, right? And nobody's aware of it.
Not a single person. So here Batman is saying things like increased sync rate. So here Batman is just chilling on this ladder.
Having a dangle. Oh, it's gone. The boat's gone. It's a bloody shark.
Oh, it's the see, look at that. Look at that. It's brilliant. That shark is clearly rubber. Look at him hitting that thing. See, so how does he know to call it the shark repellent bat spray? Of course, there's a barracuda manta ray repellent as well. But how does he know to call it the shark repellent bat spray and not the bat shark repellent spray? This is one of those things that I need to know. Like, what is the convention here? I think there's also an episode where he asks for a 3 seconds flat bat safecracker. Why is it not bat 3 seconds flat safecracker? Okay, so now Robin is climbing down to hand him this, and you'd think an acrobat would be able to climb this ladder more quickly, but he cannot actually hand him it because it's too far. So now he's hanging from the rope ladder.
See, ever since I learned that about like Burt Ward taking those pills to make his junk smaller, in scenes like that, I'm just transfixed by his groin. You know, just like, can I tell? You know that it's smaller.
This is where we get into the disclaimer. The thoughts and opinions of Paulie are not a reflection on any of us. You know, he's his own man when it comes to that. Okay.
You brought that on yourself, Paul.
Well, you know, it's just, you know, how big would it be if he wasn't taking the pills? You know, fascinating.
Oh my God, it's a person of color.
And
In
we're what?
1966.
We're about 10 minutes in now. So yeah.
Oh, yes, she is. Oh, Batman's into her straight away.
Absolutely.
Right, something else I found out today. The bloke playing Chief O'Hara is what's his name? Stafford Rep or something? Is it
Yeah.
Stafford something? Anyway, he's in his mid-40s.
He's in his mid 40s in this
He's in his
show.
mid. Like,
Yeah.
what kind of life did this man have? Like,
Yep.
what's he been doing to himself?
Okay, I'm gonna point this out. Okay, Lee Merriweather, very attractive woman. And
Yeah,
we still said Julie Newmar was more attractive.
that's how attractive Julie Newmar is. You know.
So this is an essential element of camp, which is that you cannot see through a disguise. Nobody can see through a disguise.
Yeah.
So not even the world's greatest detective can see through this very clear disguise that Catwoman is wearing.
I just remembered when the Dark Knight came out, they somebody recut scenes from this over the soundtrack of the Dark Knight trailer. And the bit where Morgan Freeman goes, "That's more like it, Mr. Wayne." They had to put that black reporter over that bit because he's the only black
He's
guy
the only
in this
black Okay, now here we go, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
how do how do we come to the conclusion who's behind all of this? This is one of the greatest scenes ever, and it's all because everybody plays it straight. This is the height of technology at the time as well. A closed circuit TV labeled closed circuit TV. Where do these pictures come from?
Yeah, they're all in the same room.
Why are they smiling? Were they caught? Why are they in the same room? Okay, when we were younger, we couldn't see through Cesar Romero's mustache, right?
No, I couldn't. I when I was a kid, I never noticed his mustache. No.
Yeah.
Why is
I noticed
Catwoman
it.
not in the same room?
Why is she not in the same
She
room?
looks like she's in Wayne Manor, actually.
Yeah. I was about to say
Which
that. Yeah, it looked
ones?
like you know, she's in the room with the fireplace and stuff.
Pretty fishy. What happened to me? There's gonna be a big see for Catwoman. Holy my leg! This is the best one.
Oh. Again, this is Adam West playing it down.
This is subtle Adam West.
I'm on the big screen for this. I better not play it so large. This pub looks awesome.
This whole thing, this whole harbor. Is that a joke I don't get? Benbow Tavern?
Is that from Treasure Island or something? I might have just made that up.
Oh, look, there's another couple making out. And yet these people can see right through her disguise. So it's definitely high definition that causes us to see Cesar Romero's mustache now, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like the way the picture tubes, process like color and stuff like that back then. Even if you got up, like the closer you got up on it, like sometimes the more blurry the details would be.
TV equivalent of pixelation.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I, I will say it is nice seeing a movie with a Joker and the greatest actor to never play the Joker,
Yeah.
which is Frank Gorshin.
I think it's nice seeing a seeing a version of the Joker when his face doesn't look like a giant scab, like which is apparently how
Yeah.
the Joker has to be portrayed now.
Yeah. And you know what? Honestly, like I never took to that. Me personally, it just never did it for me.
It's nice
I,
to. I feel the same way about the Penguin. It's nice that there's a version of the Penguin that's not a freaking mutant.
right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I love Danny DeVito's Penguin for that film, but like, I much prefer Penguin as a weird little guy as opposed to a monster. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I think Colin Farrell's Penguin was supposed to be like kind of a in between type of thing.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
But I mean, look at this guy.
yeah,
Top hat, umbrellas, little cigarette holder. So here's Commodore Schmidlap, unaware that he's been
yeah.
kidnapped.
The stupidest guy in the world.
I mean, he doesn't really know. He apparently has no idea this is the Joker.
Yeah.
So at the time, was the Joker the Batman's number one villain in the comics? No, right?
Well, he hadn't he not been around for a while? Like, hadn't they given the
Yeah.
villains a rest, like, for a few years at this point?
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
they brought back
Mm-hmm.
the Riddler when
Mm-hmm.
Frank Gorshin did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Frank
Oh,
Gorshin.
Pussy Willows. I just realized. Only because I've just watched the Julie Newmar episode.
This is how they're keeping the illusion. So, okay, Frank Gorshin was also recast at one point in the show.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Gomez, wasn't it?
Yeah, it
Mm-hmm.
was Gomez, the guy who played Gomez, Gomez Adams. But it wasn't. Frank Gorshin was so much better.
Yeah. Yeah, he was. Yeah, definitely. I'm just going to pause mine briefly because I think I'm a little bit ahead of you, which is why I saw the Pussy Willows before you did.
Well, at this point, I'm at call down to our secret river bottom dock. Prepare our submarine for sea. Yo ho, yo ho, what, sir?
Yeah, I'm a little bit ahead. Batman and
I'm
Robin are
in.
posting in the back
I'm
cave.
in the Batcave now.
Tell me when he says, provided it was ever really there at all.
Okay. How are you so far ahead?
I have no idea.
Provided it was ever really there at all.
Got it. Here we go. Precisely, Robin.
Well, of course, duh. All right, so let's give a tip to writers and creators everywhere. If you don't want your work to look to age badly, avoid showing computers. For example, in this scene in the Batcave, very clearly people thought that the bigger a computer was, the better it was.
Yeah. Why
Also,
does he have an atomic reactor behind him, by the way? Does he use it for anything?
wasn't there one episode where there was an atomic reactor and the girl dresses up as Robin and she
Yeah,
falls
and she falls
into
in
the
it.
atomic
Yeah.
reactor?
What a way to go.
Yep.
Which is the only death in the entire series.
Yeah, but I don't know why he's got the atomic reactor other than to push henchwomen into it.
I think that's probably the real reason for it, but he just tells people that it powers the Bat Cave, so he's not
yeah.
on the power grid or whatever, but really it's just for throwing people into.
Okay, the other thing I will point out is that Robin's stunt double is clearly looks nothing like him.
Yeah, his hairline pushed back.
He's much taller and has a receding hairline. Here they are off in the bat boat. Oh, he's got hair again. How old was Burt Ward when this movie was filmed?
Oh, she must have been like 20s or something.
Yeah, I think he was in his 20s. Yeah.
But then if Chief O'Hara was mid-40s, who knows? You know, all
Who knows
bets are off.
anything?
Yeah, I mean, he could have been 9 doing this, man. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. It was 22.
Okay.
It was 21. Yeah, he was born in 1945.
Mm-hmm.
What's the age difference between him and Adam West? I'm curious now. Adam West was born in 1928. Oh,
Yeah.
17 years before.
Hey, it's crazy. The submarine got little feet on the back of it.
Yeah.
How would you like to be one of the henchmen in this movie or in this series, and you just really have to commit to the bit? So, like, all of these sailors being like, yo ho.
Yeah. Why would you work for any of these people if you were a criminal?
Why would you work for any of these people?
It just blows my mind that he's Mickey out of Rocky. I can't believe it still to this day. Like, it's such an amazing performance. He's completely different.
He's also the voice of someone from the G.I. Joe movie.
Is he? Oh wow.
Yeah, he's what's the guy's name? Got it on the tip of my tongue. Serpentor.
Is he Serpentor?
I think it is.
Isn't
Let
he
me
the
look it
guy
up.
who leads Cobra La?
Yeah. What's the boy name? Not
Let me look that up.
Serpentor. It's I'm trying to think of what his name is now.
This is amazing, by the way. This scene is
Yeah.
amazing.
What cruelty. Yeah, you say that go-go girl was the only one to die. What about the shark, man?
The shark.
And
Oh my
spoilers, the
goodness.
heroic porpoise that's coming up.
Oh, he was Globulus. That's who he was.
Globulus.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
kept
yeah.
on thinking Nemesis
Yep.
Enforcer.
Mm-hmm.
I love how Adam West's doing more detective work than Bale or Keaton do.
Solid corrosion.
Yeah, in all the movies they did, not one magnifying glass got pulled out.
Yeah.
Well, also, Pattinson was doing detective work, but he sucked.
He was just really bad at
He's just
it.
really bad at being a detective.
Oh, I never saw that movie, so I didn't know.
Okay, like in the Batman that came out in 2022, we finally
Mm.
see Batman being a detective. It's just that he was bad at being a detective.
He gets Alfred to do his homework for him, basically.
At one point, the villain gives him all the answers because he had been completely wrong. It's a
Yeah,
fun
Wow.
yeah,
movie. He's just really bad at being a detective.
yeah. It is a good movie. It's worth a watch, definitely. I mean, it's not as funny as this.
Not at all. Like, look at it. At this point, they've converted the buoy into a giant magnet. What are we doing? What are we doing now? Like, okay, they can't move because their utility belts are completely attracted to this buoy. What are they gonna do? I would remove the utility belt,
Yeah, unbuckle it.
just unbuckle it.
Yeah.
Good Lord, Burgess Meredith is amazing. Look at that. Like that face is straight out of a comic book.
I'm
No
somewhat
question.
distracted by
Yeah.
his fluffy gloves.
Oh, look at that. What's he doing? Torpedoes coming right at him. Reversing the polarity, send out waves of super energy. Of course, it makes complete sense. And he manages to stop it.
And he stopped it again.
And he will stop it again. And he's there we go. Paul, are you sure your video is not on like a 1.5 speed or something?
I don't understand that. I'm like speeding ahead of you somehow. Right, so they've just fired the third one with me now.
Okay, now they've just fired the third one. You're
Yeah,
ahead
that's
by
where I
like
am too.
two
Yeah.
or 3 seconds.
Hmm.
Here comes a third one.
Yeah, but here comes the third one. He's just said that.
Here comes a third one, and then oh no, the thing is no
Batman's
longer
twiddling his knob.
working.
Yeah. Humming
Back
stops.
The
the
batteries are
batteries are
dead.
dead. What a line.
What's going to happen now? This one's getting through. Oh, there we go. The torpedo has exploded. The movie's over. They're dead.
End of the film.
End of the film. How could they have possibly have gotten out of that one?
I
Uh,
love that periscope.
oh, they're gone. They're completely gone. Oh, they're back in the bat boat.
The ability of the almost human porpoise.
True, Robin. It was noble of that animal to hurl himself into the path of that torpedo. He gave his life for ours.
I don't know if torpedoes work like that, but okay. Yeah, we're gonna rock
Hey,
with it. I mean,
you will take the science that this gives you, and you will
that's
like
pretty
it, mister.
that's pretty much where we are. You know what I mean?
Oh, look at the commentary on this movie.
I love this scene.
I love
Batman
this scene too.
absolutely bollocks this guy.
These sold Surplus Samarins. And of course, he looks it up through his Rolodex while whistling.
Yeah.
Everyone in this movie has the right amount of chewing the scenery.
Yeah, yeah. P and Gwyn.
The penguin. Would you like it? And now Batman's gonna tell him off.
Oh,
Disposing of free
devastating.
atomic submarines to persons who don't even leave their addresses. How do you write these things? It's genius.
Imagine being Bollock Batman, though. You'd be devastated, wouldn't you?
Let me tell you something, my friends. Everybody talks about how the Dark Knight trilogy is so smart and well written. A lot of writers could come up with stuff in the Dark Knight trilogy. All right.
Yeah.
It takes a special kind of mind to say the words disposing of a pre atomic submarine to people who don't even leave their home address.
Right.
That is a special kind of creative.
You know, and you don't even have to tell people what pre-atomic submarine means.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even have to explain that, bro. Like, it really don't even matter. You already know it ain't good.
You know they've got those pink seatbelts because someone complained that Batman wasn't putting his seatbelt on, so they wrote it.
Oh my goodness.
Like,
So
the
as far
guy
as
got
they
a
know, only 3 of them have combined forces.
Yeah.
J- joking riddles, my friends. We have to include the both of them. What weighs 6 ounces, sits in a tree, and is very dangerous, guys? What? There's only
Sparrow
one
with a big
possible
cheek.
answer.
I love how he's Catwoman. Like an extra H in that that doesn't need to be there.
Omar, is it just me or is Paul's video fast?
Yeah,
Have
it's
I
like
gone
his joint
ahead
is just like
again?
You
yep,
are
What the
ahead
hell?
again.
yep.
The sum of the angles of that rectangle is monstrous. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's that British fiber optic cable they running out there.
The entire world, he's just said. Am I with you guys?
He's about to say it.
Oh,
The
what is
entire
going on?
world. I don't know. We didn't have this problem for Superman.
Yeah.
I think it's your. I think your video's just fast.
Maybe, yeah.
Are you watching like on a Blu-ray or something?
I'm watching it on DVD.
You on a DVD? Okay,
Are
because I'm streaming mine.
are you are you do you have a setting that puts it fast or something?
I didn't think so. Let's have a look. You guys carry on. I'm gonna fiddle.
It's funny. See, the thing is, like, as great as Burgess Meredith is, Lee Merriweather is, Cesar Romero is, Frank Gorshin is clearly the best here.
Yeah, he's really good. And I think the other three know that. They're letting him do his thing, aren't they? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Of course, the Joker has a Jack in the Box. He's got such a great laugh.
Yeah.
Yes, she will be disguised as Kit Cop.
Yeah.
God, this is such a. They're so good at what they do.
Yeah.
I love how you can see Frank Gorshin's veins popping out of his skull.
Yeah, it works because the way that he's portraying the Riddler is really not that far off from who he really is. It's kind of like the
Yeah.
Iron Sheik. You know what I mean? Like when he's in character, is that's really who
That's
he
really
is. He
who
just
he
kind of
is.
turns it up a notch. Yeah. So it's the same kind of thing here.
So, what do you guys think of the fact that, like, this is not how the Riddler is portrayed?
What?
Like,
Since then, you mean
since then,
like?
right? Like, ever
Yeah.
since, like, what Batman the animated series, he was portrayed as like more cool and
Yeah.
collected.
Yeah.
It's like they're
Yeah.
trying too hard to make him a force to be reckoned with, isn't it? Like,
Hmm. They've completely removed, because I mean, I guess like personality wise, he is very close to the Joker here.
hmm,
And you don't want them to cannibalize each other's niches.
Yeah.
yeah.
Now we are seeing Bruce Wayne's eternal weakness, which is beautiful women. This is my opportunity to remind everyone that one of Bruce Batman's true loves is, in fact, a genocidal mass murderer.
Yes. Sounds like he's gonna get cancelled for that, I think.
While the other one is the greatest thief in the world.
Yeah. Less problematic.
I mean, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Spider-Man has the same problem.
Yes.
See, how does he not? He just said perfectly. Okay, where does Lee Merriweather rank in the Catwomen in general?
I don't know, because I know she is bringing something like extra that wasn't there with Julie Newmar in terms of the performance,
Mm-hmm.
But I think maybe Julie Newmar didn't need to work as hard at it because,
Mhm.
She's kind of had to be there.
you
All right, but where are they all in comparison to like Michelle Pfeiffer?
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, there's the instant costume change lever again in case you
Yeah.
missed it. Hey guys, what has yellow skin and rights?
Like banana.
There's only one possible answer.
The only possible meaning.
Only Jesus Christ. I no longer know how to deal with this movie. There's an elevator.
Yeah, why don't they just use
There's been
that?
an elevator this whole time.
They do that in
Yeah.
Batman Returns, don't they?
Yeah.
In
Hmm.
Batman Returns, Michael Keaton goes into like this sarcophagus and like
Yeah.
zooms down a
And the
high
whole
speed
thing come
lift.
down. Yeah. Yeah.
And then Michael Gough comes down the stairs at exactly the same time as it's
Hmm.
taken Michael Keaton to go
Yeah.
down.
But they got to do it like that because Alfred don't need to strip when he come
Yeah,
down to the Batcave. You know what I mean?
Except for those random episodes where he's wearing a Batman costume.
yeah,
True
yeah.
indeed. True indeed.
Uh, this
He's drinking milk.
uh bat pole lift. So okay, so here's the thing. Um, this goes into your stunted child theory, Paul, because
Yeah, yeah.
only a stunted child would be like, yeah, I'm gonna use all of these different ways to get down to my cave. when I have a freaking elevator right here,
Yeah, yeah,
or
absolutely.
or if I have stairs right here.
He's completely in character for him. He's just a little
you
boy.
know,
Uh,
you would think at some point that Alfred would be like, when he's showing him these blueprints and stuff, he would just be like, okay, man, look, how far are you actually going to go with this? You know?
so here they are on their date, which uh, I was kind of surprised to see in a 1960s movie because it does get pretty suggestive at some point.
Except he's
Yeah.
drinking milk.
You got to get to the point where they start talking about his dream.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
It does get pretty suggestive and it's weird.
Yeah.
Um, but also we completely neglected to talk about it, but Alfred and Robin are following them in the Batmobile. And just so everyone knows, Alfred is in fact in disguise.
Yes, he
Yeah.
is. Yep. Mhm, mhm, mhm,
No one can possibly recognize him.
mhm.
I wonder what she's saying to him. She's whispering.
That's left to your imagination, Paul.
Yeah.
Whispering indistinct.
See, nobody could possibly recognize Alfred in this.
Yeah.
Even though Robin clearly called him Alfred.
Yeah.
All right, what are they doing? Like, what are they doing in this in police headquarters? What is that map for? Like, clearly these are two of the most inept police enforcers ever.
Yeah.
So what
Benedict
work?
Arnold monument. Did you see that? Why have they got a monument to Benedict Arnold? Never noticed that.
See, this is the problem because Robin is now coming up with a plan, and in this entire series, Robin is very incompetent.
Yeah.
Every plan he comes up with is terrible. I really love that disguise.
Yeah.
I really love that disguise Alfred has. It almost feels like a an old pulpy 1940s
Yeah.
character. Is this the only time we see the bat signal in the whole Batman
I was just
1966?
wondering that. Yeah.
Here we are. They're about to talk about his dream at some point. I mean,
She keeps
oh
it
my
perfectly.
goodness. I dream of those savage Cossacks. The-
Astonishingly different.
She clearly knows one Russian word.
Yeah,
Yeah,
duh.
because yeah, she keeps saying it over and over again. And that's like the one you learn the first day.
The dream continues.
She's pressing a horny alarm. Oh, she knows
It
Niet as well.
approaches a climax. There's no way that's not intentional. Her name is Kitka, Bruce. So here's the thing. He's clearly like trying to get her in bed, right?
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
clearly his intentions here very obvious. But he knows Robin is listening.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought of that. That is sick.
That's really weird.
Yeah, this is a PG movie, y'all. I just want you to keep that in mind when y'all are watching this at home and you're playing this back and you're watching. This is a PG rated movie.
Keep listening, Robin. This is how a man takes care of things. She's making him cocoa.
Oh, I love it.
Do you see Alfred's face there?
Okay, where is the camera?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if decent is what you need to be doing right now, Dick.
Yeah.
What does that say? Emergency bat what lever?
Yeah, I think that's for the seats, ain't it?
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so where do they get these flying umbrellas?
They look cool though, don't they?
Uh, they've clearly never had it in the show ever.
Yeah, and the penguin is right at home. Look at
All right, let me, throw something out there. I'm just gonna throw something out there. If the penguin managed to invent flying umbrellas, couldn't he just patent it and make more money than he would if
Yeah.
from like robbing stuff?
Sure, but I mean, you can't get your jollies off doing that. You
Yeah.
know,
What's the fun in that?
yeah. I mean, you got to have something to do during the day.
What is Bruce quoting here?
Edgar Allan Poe.
I mean, what is he doing? Like, what is this?
Yeah.
Like,
Do we dare?
all right, and for another thing, for somebody who's only here temporarily because she's, on assignment from Russia, this is a pretty well furnished apartment.
Yes.
This is the Joker wearing a mask
Yeah. I wonder who it
is exactly the type of thing where you go like, "Yep,
is.
I just completely buy into this movie." Okay, admittedly, right, for something with no CGI at all, the choreography of these fight scenes is
Really
pretty
good. Yeah.
good.
It actually is. Because in order to pull it off in the midst of everything that's happening around it, it's probably more difficult than just like when you're actually choreographing, when you're doing something and it's like, we want this dude to look like he got knocked across a room, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot going on, here. Yeah.
That's why it does that.
Imagine going back to a girl's flat though, thinking you're on a promise and you winding up strapped to a pirate on a flying umbrella.
Now, Paulie, I gotta ask you, this segment's what that mean. When you say promise, right? That basically means like it's a sure deal, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, gotcha. Okay, okay.
yeah.
Oh no, why hasn't Batman dashed into your trap? I wonder. Maybe if we applied a little bit of thought here, we would figure out why Batman hasn't shown up yet.
Yeah. The world's greatest detective here.
Oh my god. Admittedly, Kitka and Selena's hair, very different.
Yeah, slightly different, yes.
So was Burgess Meredith like smoking throughout this whole movie?
Apparently that's where his quack quack like it made him cough and he kind of used it in his penguin quack apparently.
So he wasn't an actual smoker.
I'm sure I read that, yeah, that he wasn't, and
Yeah, I don't think
yeah,
he
that's
was.
coughed.
Okay, because I was gonna say that's very unhealthy.
Yeah.
Well, that was a quick costume change by Kitka.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm calling her Kitka now.
You're so convinced by
I'm
that.
so convinced by her. Oh, look at that. They plant his face by her breasts.
Yeah.
She clearly knows one Russian word. Bruce,
Yeah.
what the hell? Once again, everyone, I will say Batman's main weakness is beautiful women.
Yeah.
They are his kryptonite.
I love how he's saying, like, oh, yeah, we're probably going to die. We might as well just have sex, you know?
I gotta say, Cesar Romero, um, it's not just the mustache. I also kind of now really see like the wrinkles on his face.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think I would call that a casualty of the high definition.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He looks a little less. Well, maybe it's also a casualty of me being old.
Yeah.
He looks less vicious than he did from back then.
Well, I'm pretty sure I saw like a bit of skin color and by his collar just then as well.
Yeah, you can really see it. You can see his regular skin color. If he fails to carry a lot of money, have safety consequences. Oh my god! I imagine it's true. So
Mhm.
here's the thing for people who have never watched this movie or never watched the Adam West show, or whatever.
Mhm.
The idea so the thing is it's really smart. Like it sounds really stupid, but it takes a special kind of smartness to make this stupid work.
Yeah. Do you know what really always surprises me about this is that this was so huge for such a short time. Like
Yeah.
they only made three series of it. Like, oh
So wait, which part of that is surprising to you? That it didn't last or
yeah, like it didn't last a bit longer. Like it was so big instantly, and then like people just lost interest straight away by the third season.
maybe the joke ran
Uh,
thin?
maybe that was it. Yeah,
Oh, there goes a Jack in the Box.
yeah,
That's one of my favorite parts in this whole movie, dude.
Same. Wait till you get later and they start disintegrating their crew
Yeah.
voluntarily. Oh no, Miss Kitka has disappeared. I wonder where she is, guys.
Yeah.
Clearly also not him.
Yeah. He's home.
Did he swim the whole way? He did, right?
Get out of my house, Commissioner. Fair play to Bruce. He must be knackered because it must be really tired. He's
Of
been
course.
kidnapped all night.
Well, he did get a good night's sleep.
I suppose so.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
that lever again in case you forgot how they did this. Oh my goodness. I really do like this Batmobile quite a bit.
Yeah.
It is one of my favorite versions of the Batmobile.
I love how Lee Merriweather's licking himself. That can't be hygienic for a human.
It also makes no sense.
Yeah.
She's not a cat woman.
Is that character called Quetch just because he's being told to fetch something?
Possibly,
Yeah.
possibly so.
Would you let a criminal employ you as in a role that's specifically named guinea pig? Because I definitely wouldn't.
I love that look on their faces. All right, so here's the thing, right? Would you? Okay, they have a poster of penguins behind the penguin. Uh, uh, why would these five, who are just clearly standing here
Yeah.
with their shirts labeled GP for guinea pig, what would you do with this?
And they just watch the other guys getting turned into dust and they just stand there.
They have no fear at all.
It's like, yo, we done seen two dudes get turned into ash. It worked. Okay. We don't need to go through this no more. Right. But it's funny. They could just be like, man, look, I just want out of this foolishness, man. If I got to get turned into some dirt, okay.
Very carefully into separate files. What if you miss a grain?
Dog,
Yeah.
they're on a carpet, dude. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, some of that stuff is gonna seep down in the carpet.
Yeah, he could have at least put some like tarpaulin down or something.
Yeah, put a tarp down or something, man.
Oh my goodness. I love this movie so much.
It's like, yo, I don't think y'all thought this through on purpose, man.
Oh, very, very, very conveniently, they have a test tube holder with 5 test tubes.
This bit I love, she just misses it completely. Pouring that guy everywhere.
Yeah, he's probably missing a couple toes or something now.
Yeah.
That's true. I love the way they call it too, like dehydration. That's what dehydration does to you guys. This is the greatest, one of the greatest settings, and like the way they run, the
Yeah.
way they run. Oh, if ever so, you might be wondering why Paul is now wearing headphones. We found out that Paul's copy of this movie is an old DVD that is missing 4 full minutes, which is why he kept on skipping ahead of us. What the
Very
hell? I don't
strange.
know.
Yeah.
So he's now watching another copy. It is available via various sources such as Amazon, my friends. Who is this supposed to be? This guest?
He's someone who was famous in the 60s, I imagine, in
Mhm.
America.
It's so weird because every time I watch this, I always thought it was some rando,
Yeah.
and then one day Lurch showed up from the Adams
Yeah.
Family. I was like, oh, these are supposed to be people.
Oh,
Oh
here
no.
we go. It's the bomb.
This is the greatest bomb in comic book movie history.
This is such a great scene. Christopher Nolan made it the ending of Dark Knight Rises.
It's true, except with a bat plane.
Yeah.
So Bruce still hasn't figured it out. He's still looking for Kitka.
World's greatest detective.
So here we go. Here we go. So he's walking around, and this has been referenced and memed in so many ways. I can't even like how many scenes in comic book movies get referenced this much, right?
I love these two women eating. They're just
Mhm.
oblivious. This is me in a restaurant. This is.
I love the way he's running.
Mhm.
So we were
Oh,
talking a little bit earlier off the air about how look at the nuts. We were talking a little bit earlier off the air about how not a single ab on Batman's body here.
Yeah, he's just a normal in shape dude, and that's so weird to us now because we're so used to like
Mhm.
superheroes being, you know.
Yeah, he's
I
just
just want
really functionally fit.
I just
Yeah.
want to throw out there real quick how these people are doing everyday activities. Like there's even a marching band at Moby Dick's dock or whatever, and they see Batman running with a bomb and don't move.
They don't know. They got to go about their business, including that woman with a baby.
Yeah.
Up here he is. Surely it's empty now. Nope. Two people are necking. Up. Nope. Not at all. Nope. Nope. She's got to keep running. Oh, here are the nuns
Oh, the
again.
nuns again.
And here's the baby again. Up here's the marching band again.
Here we go. The greatest line in
This is
cinema history. The ducklings! The
the ducklings.
ducklings! Ah, yes!
Up, it has now exploded. This is the second time a bomb has exploded with Batman in it. Um, off screen.
What's Robin been doing all this
Yeah,
time?
where has he been?
I just love how he pops up now in a second. Oh, there he is.
So why was he just hiding there after the bomb exploded?
Yeah.
Like there may be drinkers, Robin, but they're also human beings. I gotta say, uh, 1966 Robin is a judgmental prick.
He really is.
Yeah, all the time.
Clearly, this is not the Penguin, the world's greatest. See, they see right through the Penguin. Why is this?
I love how he goes wah, 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 wah.
I don't understand. They clearly see right through him. Why do they see right through him and not through Miss Kitka? Why,
Yes.
guys? What could the difference be?
Like, we can't possibly arrest him until we've established beyond all doubt that he's not Commodore Schmidt.
Show an anti-criminal eye pattern master file.
I love how like he couldn't even be bothered to put his cigarette out for the purposes
No.
of
Oh
his
heck no.
disguise.
No.
By the way, it is. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say it. This is the only Batman movie where he actually goes into action during the day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's around in the day at the end of the Robert Pattinson one, isn't he? When he's helping
Oh,
him all with
because
the
the sun
flood and all
comes
that.
out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But only because he's caught out in it. It's not like he planned to be there.
Well, it's because by that point he realizes that instead of personifying vengeance, he should personify hope.
Yeah.
Because the main conclusion of the Batman, the movie, is that Batman is better when he's Superman.
I like how you drop that bit of criticism and then take a swig from your.
A lot of characters would be better if they were Superman people. Don't take it
I
personally.
mean, I'm always saying that, you know. You know, I'll often watch a film and think, why isn't this about either Superman or Magnum PI? It would be so much better if it was about one of those two people, you
Keep
Hey,
that in mind, DC.
Yeah,
Superman Magnum PI crossover would be a way
yeah,
to get some money from at least one person.
yeah.
oh, I want to tell y'all real quick who the guy was at the window.
Oh yeah.
Um, his name is George Scissor. He's a he was a character actor, so he was in like a lot of like TV shows and stuff, and during like the 50s and the 60s. As a matter of fact, he was in the Batman serial from the late 40s. He played like a he was like a burglar or something in one of those. But he's known for like just being in all of these black and white TV shows and stuff. He was also in one of my favorite movies, The Attack of the Killer Leeches or the Giant Leeches. Yeah. So yeah, that's who he was.
These are the movies that Lamar watches, people.
Yeah, oh listen. An old sci-fi like monster movie like that? Oh yeah, that's my shot.
But do they have Superman or Magnum PI in them? That's the question.
No. Unfortunately.
Okay, look at that. The guinea pigs have shown back up with the same blank look on their faces. Up, there we go. The fight starts. Up, apparently, simply touching them kills them permanently.
Just massacre in the Batcave. This orgy of violence is making me sick.
This is a brutal movie, everyone. Why again does he have an atomic pile? Did we establish the answer earlier?
The kill go-go dancers.
Does Robin have a zit?
I'm more disturbed that this seems to be the first time he's being introduced to the concept of death. They won't be coming back? You mean they've not gone to live
Yeah.
on a farm?
You gotta admit, um, the fact that Robin's hair stays like that the entire time
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
is very impressive.
You know.
But seriously, does he have a zit?
Yep.
Yeah, on his cheek, you mean? Yeah, I think
hmm
he does. You're right. It's another casualty of high definition.
hmm
Or another
No,
casualty of being a teenager?
hmm
or another side effect of his penis pills.
Oh,
Swallow
speaking of
this pill,
pills,
they're making him take them on screen.
oh, it's called Bat Wake. Oh, world's greatest detective.
No, but this is all part of his scheme, isn't
This
it?
is part of his scheme. How did Robin know? Because he didn't even know why he was taking the pill.
Yeah, it's true. Yes, that's what kind of pill it was, Robin. That's right.
Anti-penguin gas. How do you come up with anti-gas, anti-something that you've never even, been
Yeah.
aware of before? Like how? That's just how great Batman is. Oh, there he is again, the stunt double.
So apparently Adam West said he had to sit on his cape while he was on this bike. Um so they tried to film him from the front as much as they could because yeah, there you go. You can see he's sitting on his cape. It looks stupid.
Did that thing just seriously eject his little seat?
Yeah.
They've saved precious seconds.
We have to make use of the Batcopter because we paid money for it. She's scratching herself.
And that's actually a thing in this with this the production of this movie is that there was stuff they couldn't get done on the TV show because they didn't have a budget for it. So when they were filming the movie, and this was filmed in between the seasons of the TV show, right? So that's how they got the boat and stuff because they was like, we don't have a budget for this on the TV show. So now that we're doing a movie, we just gonna start throwing all this stuff in it because we got the money now.
Does this come in between seasons 1 and 2 or 2 and 3?
1 and 2.
Yeah, it's 1 and 2. Yeah.
So this was height of Batmania. This was.
Yeah, this was
Makes
before it
sense.
started. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
They were
So-
going to make another film as well, apparently.
Yeah.
They were?
Yeah,
Mhm.
like apparently they were talking about making like having just like one of the old villains and then all new villains, and they were going to give one of them a jetpack because of James Bond's jetpack in Thunderball.
Mm-hmm.
They were going to try and cash in on that, but yeah, obviously it never happened because everyone lost interest.
Everyone lost interest in the Batman show.
Yeah, but they wanted to do a franchise, a proper series of films like James Bond, you know.
But no. The joke would run really thin.
Yeah.
Plus, they already created like a lot of new villains for the show.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Minerva, Queen of Diamonds.
Well, apparently, Adam West really wanted them to go to the comic for ideas like and do Two-Face and people like that. But what's his name? Bill Dozier or whatever, who was in
Mhm.
charge. he was quite dismissive of the comics and thought they were like trash. So he wanted to create new villains.
New stuff, yeah.
But he
Yeah.
created one named Falseface.
Yeah. A
Yeah.
King Tut.
Yeah, he probably got to thinking, hey, that Two-Face was actually a pretty good
Yeah.
idea after all, but I can't like admit I was wrong, so we're false face.
Yeah.
Oh, it's funny since you said that, Dewey, about Minerva. That means that Gomez and Morticia Adams were on Batman because Carolyn Jones played
Yeah,
Minerva.
yeah, of
Oh, that's
course.
true. That's
And
true.
Lurch.
And Lurch was on the joint.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Into one mixture. Adam West always looks like he's having a lot of fun being Batman.
Yeah.
Of course. Okay, give me a history lesson here. Why is it the United World Organization and not the UN
I don't know.
in
That's a good question.
1966? Was it not called the UN back then?
I thought it was. I might be wrong.
Yeah, it was what was it? God.
Because it was the League of Nations originally, wasn't it? And then
yeah. Uh-huh.
but
Yeah.
it was the UN by this time, wasn't it? Let's have a look on old
I
Wikipedia.
swear, Catwoman is in this movie specifically to stand in the foreground.
I love this bit. That pilot's like, what is she doing?
Up, there's another meme. The two of these people running. It's a good thing they've got very good cardio.
Yeah, the UN Charter was signed in 1945.
Mhm.
So I guess they're just calling it something different for some reason.
All right, then, Batman.
Yay!
I love how I love the ridiculousness of their little dehydrator.
Yeah.
It even looks like a funny device. In case you ever have to wonder how evil these people actually are, they are clearly opening a door that says this door not in use.
So evil.
I will say, I will say that this movie, the way it depicts authority figures and how incredibly incompetent all of them are, no exception.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is kind of brilliant.
Yeah.
Hey man, listen, I'm rocking with him. Like I want him to win now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Glad you got your mask on, Joker. And Penguin.
Penguin too. As we all know, Catwoman's mask works.
Yeah. Is he wearing his monocle over his mask?
Yes, he is. He's
Yes,
wearing
he
his
is.
monocle over
Of
his
course he is. Yeah.
So what's more ridiculous, wearing his monocle over his mask or having your makeup over your mustache?
Yeah.
He's getting a stitch. Oh.
That's good satire.
So I do have to wonder, how the 60s was all full of, anti-authoritarian stuff, anti-authority stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it tapped into that. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
because everyone in this series who is an authority figure is incredibly incompetent.
Yes, including Batman.
Most notably, Police Chief O'Hara. Please, the USSR would not be here.
I love how they're not bothered about it.
They're
Just
not bothered by
oblivious.
anything. So you know what? You can't do this now, and I'll tell you why you can't do this now. It has nothing to do with these people. It's the fact that to pull off this disappearing scene, everyone has to just act normal
Yeah, yeah,
because they
Yeah.
have to manually cut out because you don't have the computers to do
yeah.
that effect.
Yeah.
They just have to act as if normal. They can't react to it at all. Each one in a separate vial that she will then spill. Okay, once again, look at these chairs. These will seep through the chairs.
Oh, they're finally here.
That makes no sense.
Oh.
World's greatest detective, everyone.
Yeah.
Yep, they're all gone, Bruce. Okay, so I will point out the eyebrows on Batman's mask.
Mhm.
Okay. It has come to a point eventually, like especially when Alex Ross paints Batman, where Batman has wrinkles on his mask. That part makes no
Yeah.
sense to me. What
Yeah.
is he doing? What is this?
Yeah.
Like, why does he always do this? I don't get it.
I wonder how big that submarine model was, really.
I was actually wondering the same exact thing. You can tell it's a miniature.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think the most impressive thing about this movie is the fact that at no point does Lee Merriweather's cat start
Yeah.
acting up. It's a very well behaved cat.
Of course, because they've got the all the crew and passengers of that boat on a secret island somewhere, haven't they, still?
Oh, that's
Hope they
true.
don't get forgotten
That's
about.
true. Do they ever find them?
I don't know. I don't think they mentioned it.
I don't
We'll have
think
to
they
see if they
ever
mention
mentioned
it. Yeah.
again. It was
Yeah.
just Commodore Schmidlap.
Yeah. Because they've got Commodore Schmidlap thingies on the boat and they've stashed everyone else on an island.
That's true. Well, as we've proven, the important thing is the authority figures. So
Yeah.
Commodore Schmidlap. That dude is wearing his headset over his hat. See, look at that cat. It's a very well behaved cat.
Yeah. They probably drugged it. That's very satisfying.
Up there you go. I love how Robin had to call out the missile for Bruce to see it.
Yeah. Of course.
Wow.
Robin has headphones on. Why?
I don't know. Maybe his version of the film's out of sync as well.
Because Bruce doesn't.
Mm. Hilarious.
Again, much like the Batcopter, we have to go back to the Batboat.
Yeah.
We spent money on this. And once again, they think they've blown up Batman.
Only bikini.
What the hell?
I mean, they did the same thing they did the first time.
It's the
Has
exact same
Catwoman
thing.
got have you noticed they've all got their symbols on the periscope and Catwoman's is a pink bow? Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Why?
We're gonna leave that there for you people to come to your own conclusions. It is just a pink bow.
Yeah. I'm really enjoying how much Cesar Romero is clearly enjoying saying yo ho throughout this film.
He loves it. Yo. Wait. Have you ever noticed that they had a Hispanic actor play the Joker?
Oh, it's woke. It's just wokeness gone mad.
Look at all that forced inclusion. I love how he has posters of penguins.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I gotta say, Lee Merriweather does the whole thing
Yeah.
really well.
She's really good. That's what I mean. I feel like Julie Newmar was a bit less overt with it, and perhaps she needed to be, for this kind of show. Subtlety isn't the word.
Not at all. Yeah. I think Eartha Kitt was not served by being on the third season.
No, no. But she was good and all.
She's also the most famous of the three of them outside of the show, isn't
Yeah,
she?
yeah, she
Yeah.
probably
Eartha
is.
Kitt?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I think
Yeah.
you're right there.
Because I don't even know where I know Julie Newmar and Lee Merriweather else from. Eartha Kitt has at
I've
least one song that gets played over and over again once a year.
I've seen Lee Merriweather in some random John Wayne film before, and that's the only other thing I've seen with her in.
I'm going to point out, everyone, Robin is shooting a firearm.
Yeah.
Terrible.
And he's potentially killing everybody on the submarine. Because like a submarine with a hull breach underwater is like pretty serious. It's up there when you
Yeah.
talk about severity,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
You'd
Again,
rather be on a
just
submarine with a hull breach or an airplane with, you know, that popped a hole.
Uh well, at
You know,
least if you're in an airplane, you could possibly jump out if you got a parachute. What are you gonna do if you're in a submarine?
yeah.
nothing. You're dead.
Right. Yeah.
Of course, she can't take water because she's a cat. This is the weird. I guess this is the weird thing. Is like apparently they decided to lean into her being a human cat.
Yeah. Now hear this.
You know what Robin with a bazooka reminds me of? You know that point in the 90s where Mark Gruenwald was insisting that Captain America had never killed anyone ever despite
Oh
being in
yeah.
World War
Yeah,
II?
yeah. That
And
was
then
kind of wild. Yeah.
and then you'd flash back to them being in World War II and Bucky had a freaking machine gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Constantly.
Like it's okay. It's okay if Captain America slash Batman doesn't shoot these guns. But the young man that they are constantly with, he can shoot the machine guns.
Yeah. But Brubaker kind of lent into that, didn't he? And he made
Yeah.
out that
Yeah.
like Bucky
Mhm.
does all the dirty work kind of thing.
Yeah. Hmm.
It is true that if you're good enough, you can find an angle to make that whole thing work.
Yeah.
Thankfully, they did not blow up this boat because then we would have nowhere to shoot this final fight scene.
Yes. Apparently, this fight put two stuntmen in the hospital.
Really?
Yeah, because it was this tank they're in is a lot shallower than you'd think, apparently.
Oh.
And one of these goons dived in and hit the bottom and whacked his head, and he had to go to the hospital. So they got a replacement stuntman, but didn't tell him what he had to do. So he assumed he had to do exactly the same dive as the last guy did, and he hit his head as well.
Caught the same
Oh my
joint.
god. They didn't tell him why the other guy was in the hospital.
No.
Like that would have been good to know.
Yeah.
Especially if you
That
replacing a
was
dude that can't do his job no more.
so the first one, I get it. The second one was totally preventable.
Yeah.
There's a rope and we have to use it. So this was at a point in time when you could not show male on female violence even in something like
Oh
this.
wow. That's
Yeah.
why she's oh wow.
So Catwoman never does anything other than
Except
throw her cat.
literally throw cats.
I think at one I think at one point she pushes Batman into the water, but that's it. Like definitely no punching.
So she's basically just the cat lady from The Simpsons, just throwing cats at people.
Basically, it's clearly not Frank Gorshin there.
Bon
Up,
voyage, pussy. I remembered that line. I don't believe it.
up. I love how Penguin's umbrella is always a sword,
Yeah.
even though it is clearly not. And umbrellas are fucking brittle, guys. Oh, there you go. She pushes
Oh,
Robin in.
did you see the wrinkles on the sky then on the backdrop?
Yeah, it's right there. It's blatant.
Oh, there he goes.
Well, he's a penguin, isn't he? Up, I guess Catwoman is one.
That's not Cesar Romero in there, is
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing is, clearly everyone here can swim.
it? Yeah.
So clearly everyone here can swim. So it really doesn't matter if you push them into the water. Oh, she lost her mask. I wonder what that means.
Holy heartbreak. I'm amazed at how much of this I remember.
Paulie, how many times have you seen this movie?
I
Look at
used to
that.
watch it
Look at that
every
face.
Saturday
It's
when I was a kid.
brilliant. Look at that face. It's brilliant.
Oh,
He plays it so straight. I love it so much.
now he's never gonna have sex with her.
Never. This will also never be referenced in the series ever.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure the last time we saw Catwoman, she fell down a big hole in the TV series, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
Yeah, she's carrying a big heavy bag of loot and she won't let it go, so she falls down a bottomless pit. And then the next time you see her, she's Lee Merriweather. So she must have regenerated like Doctor Who. Oh,
See,
oh.
why are these not of equal sizes? Look at the way
Yes.
he latches onto that.
Well, we know who hit the floor.
So I think also the way she lost her mask, she tripped. Like it wasn't because they did anything to
Yeah,
her.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, no question. Yeah,
Up,
yeah.
there we go.
Look at this dickhead. Ugh, what is the shape on him? Absolute disgrace.
Look, Robin, it's not like those guys were ever going to do anything, but at
Yeah.
least you have a super molecular dust separator.
Like they were hollering at one another in their own native language. Like nobody really understood one another. So it's like they literally were accomplishing absolutely
Yeah.
nothing.
Oh, what does that say about a society?
Quite a bit. Quite a bit.
Did he just take off his glove to answer the phone?
Yeah. He,
Why?
well, he's probably got like rubber gloves on, isn't he? Because he's doing science work.
I'm disappointed that he's wearing rubber gloves not over his regular gloves.
Yeah.
Is that voice supposed to be Kennedy?
66, so it wouldn't be Kennedy.
Oh, he would have been dead by then.
Yeah. Who was it?
Lyndon Johnson.
Lyndon
Yeah, it was
Johnson,
Lyndon
yeah.
Johnson. Yeah.
Well, you obviously do, Commissioner Gordon, because I didn't know it was Lyndon Johnson.
Damn it, guys, wear your masks. There you go.
Robin wants to play God.
With the way the world is and all, a line that is forever relevant.
It's really bad, isn't it? That they're living in like the 60s, really tumultuous times, civil rights
Mm-hmm.
battles, Vietnam War, what have you. And I'm here thinking, Robin, you don't know the half of it. You don't know you're born, mate.
Yeah.
you just wait and see.
Look at Batman wearing his mask like one of those guys who wears it wrong.
Yeah. Put it over your nose, you dick.
It's supposed to cover your nose. What the hell? Oh, now they're equal sizes.
That's something's going wrong there for a start.
Well, not to get a little ahead of you, but Something has gone wrong. I love how
Success.
magnifying glass is labeled.
Yeah.
Everyone is watching.
Some nice stock footage. Oh, that's my lot.
Look at that. Carrying a landline phone with them. Up, you have to specify that it is light water. It is soft.
They know what'll happen otherwise.
It is not water that they use for their atomic converter, whatever thing.
Tension.
This is the ending of the movie. We will see exactly how great Batman is. By the way, this will also kick off a trend where Batman fails in his movies.
Yeah. I feel like that can't possibly be enough water.
No. Turn on the water faucet. There we go. The water is going. They are being rehydrated. Chief O'Hare is an idiot. Look at him. Even his face.
Absolutely useless.
He has no idea what's going on. Like, why am I even here? This is why they replaced you with Harvey Bullock. Oh, they're still arguing like idiots.
That's a lot of men with a test tube and a clamp up their ass.
Up their butt. You know?
Somehow I doubt this many people would care.
Yeah.
Definitely not. These people would not know these people's names or anything.
Yeah.
He just says shalom over and over again. He's given up.
Who knows, Robin? Maybe putting a Nigerian guy in a Spanish guy's body is good, actually. Who are we to say?
That he's
Anywho.
like, let's sneak out of here so not as to draw attention to ourselves
Yeah.
with all of this
Our job
foolishness
is
going
finished.
on.
Your job is not finished, Batman. Like, not at all.
Time we weren't here, eh?
I really love how they just give up.
Yeah.
That is so great.
I mean, it's all Schmidlap's fault, really, isn't
Yeah, yeah,
it? And that guy who sold the penguin a submarine.
yeah.
The
If
end.
The living end? Question mark.
Oh my goodness. I never
What a
get
film.
tired of this movie. Lee Merriweather gets third billing. The Riddler gets the last billing among the villains. That's weird.
Wow, that's interesting. Quetch gets a credit and Bluebeard. Quetch gets a credit, and all he did was fetch.
Oh, final thoughts on Batman the movie 1966.
It's great, isn't it?
It's
yeah,
amazing.
yeah, it's a masterpiece, dude.
Do you know what I find really interesting, being the age we are, of how we kind of experience this TV series? Because it was still on telly when we were kids, right? But when we were reading the comics, late 80s, early 90s, you had people like Denny O'Neil writing stuff in the comics and stuff like introductions to trade paperbacks and column in the back, just completely dismissing it, just saying like, "Oh, this made the character a comedian. It was terrible," you know.
Yeah,
And so it's really interesting to grow up in that time, to experience that TV show as a kid and then be told, oh,
that it was
actually,
wrong.
that's silly, that's wrong, that's not the right way to consume Batman by the actual Batman creators.
Let me add
um,
something to that, by the way. So a lot of people um used this movie or used this rendition of Batman to highlight the realism of something like the Tim Burton films. I'm going to give you a news flash, people. The Tim Burton Batman movies are not realistic.
yeah. They're equally silly in their own way. Yeah.
They're
But I think
very, very silly movies.
But it like just like the Tim Burton films needed to happen when they did for the character to
Yeah.
survive, and just as this needed to happen when it did, the Adam West show needed to happen when it did. Otherwise, we wouldn't be sitting here talking about Batman.
It's such a great thing. Like that is like the major strength of Batman. It's that
Mhm.
he's such a malleable concept.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can put
Yeah,
him into any tone whatsoever.
and it just how crazy it is that you had, you know, Denny O'Neil, someone like him, saying this version of Batman is wrong. It just seems so bizarre. It's like you're consuming Batman wrong by enjoying this. Like,
But see, the weirdest thing though, and let me know if you agree with this, is that Batman by Adam West is the most comic book accurate based on the comics that were coming out at the time.
No question.
absolutely.
No
Yeah,
question at
yeah,
all. Yep.
He's a
Hmm.
yeah.
Dick Sprang character he's Dick Sprang's Batman come to life.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
really is. Yeah, and also the Batman from the serials, like in the 40s, those are extremely comic accurate, you know.
Mm,
Well, another
And
thing is that Tim Burton's Batman is not comic accurate at all
no,
in any way.
in no
no,
way. Yeah.
no.
Which is funny because out of that we get the 92 cartoon, you know.
Mm,
And so, you know what I mean? So it's just like, but it actually is a testament to what you're talking about Batman's malleability and how you can tell all these different stories with him, as a character, and everything's kind of okay. And I think that DC, in one of the moves that they did that actually was good, is that they established that all of those Batman stories, they all happened, so they're all legit, and it's
mm,
like the same dude. you know I think that was a good move because of what you just said.
mm, yeah. Do you think other characters are as malleable as Batman? Do you think Superman is adaptable and malleable as Batman?
No, there are wrong ways to do Superman.
Yeah,
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 yeah. There's ways to do Superman that are just clearly wrong. Now,
yeah.
what you can do with Superman is there's different types of stories that you can tell.
Yeah.
Like, you can have Superman in space stories. You can have him doing time travel. You can have him doing your standard superhero stuff, and like, all of that,
Yeah.
and you can even do street level stuff with Superman. There's just a way you have to do it. But there's certain things that you just should never do with that character, you know?
Yeah.
Tonally,
Yeah.
it doesn't work. And also, like, it's
Yeah.
not the type of thing where, sometimes there's a lot of Batman merchandise out, right? And there's really no wrong way to draw Batman.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But sometimes I
Yeah.
see, like, Superman t-shirts where it's just, his face with heat vision coming out, like he's about to shoot it. And I'm like, I get the appeal, but that is the wrong way to do Superman.
Yeah.
That's not how you should be portraying Superman. What you can do with Superman that I find you can do less with Batman. So this is a little weird. There's a lot of Superman analogs out out there, right?
Mhm.
There's not a lot of Batman analogs out there.
Certainly not as many as there are Superman ones.
Definitely. Definitely. And generally when you see them, it's always like, oh, this is Batman, but with this added attribute, or we're gonna take this attribute of Batman away. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
Yeah. When there's a Batman analog out, a lot of the time it's like, yeah, with a little bit of change, you could see this is Batman. When there's a
Yeah.
Superman analog out, it's like, oh yeah, this is supposed to be Superman, but you can't tell this story with Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Usually because Superman analogs are all just, what if Superman was evil?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I wasn't gonna go there, but I wasn't gonna go there, Paul. But okay.
Yeah. And that's a lot of it. Like, when you have these conversations, it always turns to who can beat who, right? With
Mm,
some people. And it's like, well, this Superman analog would beat the regular Superman because, he doesn't have a problem killing people. It's like Superman beats people constantly who are trying to kill him. Like, why would you even offer that? Right?
mm.
It's just so ridiculous. But it highlights the point you're making, right? It's just like it's with Superman, it's just kind of weird, you know,
It's
like he's
weird.
just one of those characters where that kind of stuff doesn't fit. And if you're gonna tell a story with a character like that, like what's the name of that? I think it's called Brightburn, right? Y'all know
Yeah,
what I'm
Oh
talking
yeah.
Brightburn.
about?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
That was dope. I enjoyed that. I wouldn't want to read a Superman story like that.
yeah, but you
No.
get that
No.
it's a Superman takeoff.
Mm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm cool with it, right? I'm cool with it, because but yeah, if it was a Superman story, I would hate that, you know.
It's like how Miracle Man, Marvel Man.
Yeah.
Um, it's a good comic. It's very violent. It's clearly Shazam.
Yeah.
Mm.
But if
Mm-hmm.
you did it with Captain Marvel in the Marvel family,
Mm-hmm.
it would suck. It
Yeah.
would
Yeah.
suck.
It
Yeah.
would really suck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that's what maybe certain comics creators and publishers don't really get about the DC characters is that you can't do those stories with the proper versions. The whole special thing about the analogs is that you've got the freedom to do that, but you can't do that with Batman. You can't do that with Superman.
But the thing is, you can't do it with Batman.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah,
There's there's things that you can do with Batman. Like, I don't know, like, because there's so many versions of Batman, it's just impossible to get them wrong. Like, we're
yeah,
talking about the '92 cartoon, but there's also like Brave and the Bold,
yeah.
Which is great.
which is great,
Yeah.
which is
Mm-hmm.
great.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that, like you say, there's so many different ways of doing Batman, and they all kind of work. We don't get that in the cinema anymore.
Not at
Like
all.
Pattinson Batman, I love Pattinson Batman. He's great, and I love Bale Batman, but they're not a million miles away from each other.
No.
Mm-hmm.
And and Affleck's not a million miles away from them either. Like,
If you'd say that Pattinson's Batman takes place in the middle of Batman Begins,
yeah,
I could see it.
yeah,
But um, I think the difference there with Pattinson's Batman is his rendition takes the character a lot less seriously than Bale's Batman does.
Yeah.
And for that reason, it works more for me.
Mm. But there is always that thread of the ridiculous going through every single Batman, though, isn't there?
Don't tell Nolan fans that.
Yeah. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
this is why Dark Knight Rises is my favorite because it's the most overtly silly one. Like, you know.
What are you doing? You're gonna get people on my case. What the hell, Paul?
I can't believe this guy thinks Dark Knight Rises is the best Nolan film. What?
These are the same people who would tell me that it's very, very realistic that he got over his broken back by doing push-ups.
And Tom Conti punched his back. Don't forget that.
And remember, he gives Catwoman a whole speech about firearms, and yet she kills Bane
And he's fine.
with the firearms from the Bat cycle.
I love that film. We should do at some point. We should do a watch through of Dark Knight Rises.
I'm game.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely game for that.
Yeah.
You do the whole thing. I'm fine.
Yeah.
We should do the Batman because Lamar hasn't seen it.
Oh yeah. That'd be good if we did a watch through and you're watching it for the first time. That'd be really cool. Yeah, if you fancy it, you know.
I mean, I'm cool with it. Ain't no problem.
He'll do it if it's with us, Paul.
Oh. So, what kind of Batman do you both want to see in James Gunn's Brave and the Bold film?
You know, because it's called Brave and the Bold, I'm going to assume it's a team up movie.
Well, it's supposed to be him and Damien, is what it's supposed to be
Oh,
about.
okay.
Apparently it's I don't think it's gonna be a straight adaptation of Morrison's run because that's not James Gunn has said that's not what he wants to do. But
Mhm.
I think from what little we know of it so far, I think it's going to be inspired by that run.
I mean,
Okay.
that's as good a run as any.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but like, do you want to see like, for example, a more sort of dressed in blue and grey Batman, a bit more, not jokey, but a bit more overtly ridiculous Batman, like, or do you think they should play it safe and keep it quite close to the mold of Pattinson and Bale?
I would like to see, so this has never been done. I would like to see something where he's not wearing big, heavy armor,
Yeah,
you know? Because I think they did that because of Keaton, and they've just basically run with that since. Except maybe for Affleck, but he was huge.
yeah,
And I think that the Marvel movies have kind of proven that you can take a silly costume and find a way to make it work.
yeah, yeah.
So that I would like to see that, and I don't really, I don't really want to go back to the ridiculousness because Adam West exists. But I think it would be nice if he was a little, more in that Bronze Agey mold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where he's not
Mhm.
super serious.
Yeah, like a sort of I'd like to see that sort of like that alpha maleness, but with a bit more swagger to it, like in the Morrison comics, like that hairy chested love god.
I would love to see some fish with smiles on their faces. That's what I would love to see.
That would be great.
Yeah. See, and that's kind of the thing, right? Is that, just what comic books are based on is just inherently silly. Like there's no way around it.
Mm.
So you might as well just embrace it.
Yeah.
Right. And so the best, even when you look at like live action movies, the best live action movies embrace it, to varying degrees as necessary. And so, Batman shouldn't be any different. I mean, it the whole thing about this billionaire dude dressing up like a bat and going out and hopping from rooftops and drop kicking people 60 stories down is ridiculous, right? There's so much more stuff he could do, right? That would actually benefit and, keep Gotham from being a cesshole, but yet he goes out and he does this every single night. He chooses to get 2 hours of sleep a night and all of this other kind of stuff, right? For a guy that doesn't have to work, you know? So, there's something silly about that. And, I probably turned a lot of people off, and you probably have unsubscribed from the channel by the time you hear that. But it's true. I mean, what are you going to do? It's true. So I think if they embrace that a little more, right, that there's a way to actually do it where it works. That's part of the reason why the Burton movies worked. They embraced all of that, right? And he created his own little universe based on it. That wouldn't have worked if they didn't do it.
By the way, for people who are complaining that Lamar said something like Batman could do more with his money, in real life, nobody's going to dress up as a bat. That's what he means.
Yeah.
That's all it means.
What really brings home the inherent silliness of Batman to me, like this isn't a complaint, is the real life superheroes that sprung up about 15 years ago or so.
Oh, you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I've talked about this in another video, but you don't know Phoenix Jones in
Phoenix
Seattle,
Jones.
I think. Yeah, and like I read an interview with him where like they asked him like, "Oh, so do you go up on the rooftops and stuff?" And he's like, "Oh, well, I got a grappling hook or whatever. I got like a line, and I started climbing up onto the rooftops and stuff. But then I realized there's not really that much going on up there. All the crimes happening down on the streets. So I stopped doing that. It just really brought home
It
how
is what
ridiculous
you said
Batman is.
before, right? Like, you said before that when you were a kid, your favorite character was Batman. And when you were an adult, your favorite character was Superman. Because despite common misconceptions, Superman is actually the more mature character.
Yeah. Yeah, Superman's like, maybe the human race actually is good. Maybe power won't corrupt. That's a very pleasant fantasy. And Batman's like, maybe if I punch crime, it'll stop.
And because Batman is all about excess, right? That's a
Yeah,
very, very
yeah.
young person fantasy. It's all about excess, like, the best cars. My parental figure is someone I can boss around. I always have people to hang out with, beautiful women, no matter how genocidal they are. You know, all that stuff. And Superman's like, how can I control my massive power today in such a way that doesn't hurt anyone?
Yeah, yeah,
So,
absolutely.
like, I don't know. As an adult, I know everybody's gonna be like, "Well, you can actually be Batman if you try hard enough." You can't.
You
Um,
can't. No.
like, as an adult, I relate more to Superman. I just do,
Mm,
and not because I'm like as good-hearted as Superman, but like I spend a lot of my time thinking like, "All right, what should I not do today that I can do?"
yeah, absolutely. But that doesn't mean I completely agree with you. I feel the same, but that doesn't mean I like Batman any less than when I was a kid. I just like him differently now, because he taps into that sort of childlike part of me that like, yeah, I want to live in a cave with a big dinosaur, and and this guy will just bring me sandwiches while I'm at my massive computer.
Why do you want to live in a cave, Paul?
With a dinosaur.
Oh my God. Any final thoughts on Batman 1966?
It's great. It's brilliant.
It's so great. It's so great. Anything else, Lamar?
Yeah, if you like this movie as much as I do, you recommend it to people, right? and but watch it with them, right? Don't say, hey, you need to watch this. Watch it with them. Like, get some snacks and do whatever it is you're gonna do, and watch it with them. And because that's part of the fun for me, right? Like, I like to see people's reactions to stuff and stuff like that. And
This
if
movie
you,
especially.
yeah, oh yeah, definitely, definitely. And if you have the kind of reactions I have to stuff I enjoy, they'll enjoy watching your reactions to it too. Trust me.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
yeah, go ahead.
just thinking, my bit of advice is don't get a 20-year-old DVD like the version I've got. Get a recent version, which apparently has 4 minutes more of content in it.
My advice is like, this is not a serious movie at all. Don't take things too seriously. It's really, really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with that, I want to say this is going to be the last video on the channel for a while. We will be back. We're just taking a break. We just need to recalibrate a few things on our end. For those who don't know, I had a pretty serious health scare a couple of months ago, and I kind of need to do nothing for a while. So thank you everyone for subscribing to the Comics Cube. Stay subscribed because we will be back later this year. And we will have more content for you guys.